Hello everybody, welcome. Mary from Kanjo Academy. It's good to be with you today. Now let me just start by asking you a question. If I needed something from you, if I really wanted a favor from you, who is that one person you know I can go to and they can get you to do what I want you to do? Just think about that for a moment. Now, whoever comes to mind, that person has a lot of influence over you. I think that's a fair statement. If they can get you to do what I might not necessarily be able to get you to do, if they can persuade you to take action, they have a lot of influence over you. And if you think about it, that person has a very close relationship with you. And that's what I want to talk about today, relationships. I did say there are 3 areas I felt we needed to be intentional in if we're going to succeed in life. We need to be intentional about our personal growth. We need to be intentional in our way of thinking. And we need to be intentional in our relationships. And today I want to talk about relationships. You see, our environment, more than anything else, determines to a large extent our success. And our environment are usually made up of people. The things they say, the things they do affects us, whether we want it or not. Now just take a look around you and just look at the 5 people that are closest to you. If you admire them, if you want to go in the direction they're going, if you want to achieve the same sort of levels of success they perhaps have achieved, then that's good. That's all well and good. But if you look at them and you're thinking, that's really not where I'm going, then you need to be thinking about those that you're putting around you, because those around you are going to a large extent determine whether you succeed or fail, and even the extent of your success or failure. So this year 2020, I want you to really be intentional about your relationships, about those you want to form relationship with and how you build those relationships. You see, we're all salesmen, we're all salespeople, and people buy from people. What does that mean? If I like you, chances are I will be more inclined to want to buy what you're selling me. Another quick question. Have you ever found yourself in a position where you needed help, you needed assistance, maybe at work, maybe in your personal life, and you knew someone who had the answer to that problem, who could help you out, but you were very reluctant to ask them? In fact, you ended up not asking them because you did not like them. Now, I know some of you are nodding and saying, yes, I've been in that place. And you end up losing out, don't you? Let's be honest. You end up losing out because you just could not bring yourself to be in a position to ask them for help when they could have helped you. This is how important relationships are. I'm not talking about liking everybody, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to get on with everybody, being able to get along with everybody. And you certainly can, yes, including that cantankerous person in your office, including your boss that's always on your case. You can absolutely get on with everybody. So I'm going to leave with you on this video just very quickly three, call them relationship rules, that if you begin to put into practice from today, I guarantee you will see a tremendous change in the relationships that you have, both in your professional world and in your private world. Number 1, truly value people. And when I say truly, I mean truly, because sometimes we act like we value people because of what we want to get from them, because, you know, maybe they're our employees and we know if we treat them right, then they'll do their job, or we have that ulterior motive. But what I'm saying to you is just truly value people because they're people. Truly value people because they're humans like you, and they deserve to be valued just as you deserve to be valued. Value people more than opinions. I can't, and I'm sure you know, I can't even count the number of times where people have fallen out because they had a different opinion to somebody else. One of my mentors says opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one, everybody's entitled to their own. So the fact that I have a different opinion to you does not mean I'm a bad person. It just means I have a different opinion. Tomorrow I could change my opinion. So why would you allow something that could go on to be a wonderful relationship just dry out because of differing opinions? If I change my opinion tomorrow and you've fallen out with me because of the opinion I had yesterday, guess what? It's going to be very difficult for us to mend that relationship and bring it back to where it was. And I've moved on. I've changed my opinion. So value people more than opinions. Opinions are opinions. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make them a good person. It's just their opinion. And they have that opinion for that particular point in time. It could change tomorrow. Number 2, put energy into being likable. Now, you may know some people who are just naturally likable. You just meet them for the very first time and they just have this vibe, this energy around them, and you just love being with them. I met people like that as well. But I also know people who you don't necessarily get attracted to them. When I say attracted, I don't mean not necessarily in a sexual way. I'm just saying you might meet people and you don't naturally tend to want to be their friends. That you're not drawn to them naturally in that way. But when you get to know them, you'll find out that they're really lovely people, really nice people. You know people like that, I'm sure. Now, what if I never get the opportunity to really get to know you? They say the first impression really counts, and it's true. What if I never get that second opportunity to really get to know you, to now find out that you're a really lovely person? So when I say put energy into being likable, a lot of people always say to me, oh, but that's being fake. No, I'm not asking you to be fake. I'm not saying don't be yourself. I'm just saying be more intentional in how you present yourself. So if you're that kind of person, for instance, that you're very blatant, you're very honest, you're very, you just say it as it is. Now, you want to be honest, but I'm sure you don't want to be annoying. So what am I saying to you? There's a way you can say things and still be honest and not be annoying. So put energy into being likable. Be intentional about just being mindful of people, being mindful of the different personalities that different people have, so that the real you, the real likable you, can come out instead of me having to wait 10 months to discover it. Number 3, follow the golden rule. What's the golden rule? Do to others what you would have them do to you. Do to others what you would have them do to you. It really is the golden rule. If we all follow that rule, my goodness, it would be such a wonderful world to live in, a much more pleasant world, just a much happier world for all of us. So you might look at the way people are treating you and say, well, they did this to me, so I'm going to do this back to them, or that person did this to me, so next time I'm going to act in this way. But when you do that, you allow them control you. You give them the power. You've got the power. You've got the power about your thoughts. You can determine your thoughts. You can determine your words. You can determine your actions. You give them the power. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to let somebody else control you and how you act? You have the power over your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Don't allow anybody steal that from you. So irrespective of the maybe unpleasant experiences you have had, you determine, I will do to others how I would want them to do to me. I will treat others how I would want to be treated. I will respect others because I want to be respected. So those are my 3 quick tips to you. You know what? I am a generous person. I know I said I was going to give you 3. I'll add one more, a 4th one as a bonus. Follow the 101 principle. What's the 101 principle? Find out one thing you have in common with the people you're dealing with and give it 100% of your energy. You see, we usually do the opposite. We find all the things we don't have in common, or maybe it's just one thing we don't have in common, and we put all our energy into that, and we end up saying we don't have anything in common. I don't have anything in common with that person. Listen, you have something in common with every single person in this world. For starters, you're both human beings. Yeah. So find that one thing you have in common and put 100% of your energy into that. Start from there. Find common ground and start from there. And you'll be amazed at where the relationship goes with time if you will just focus on what you have in common rather than focusing on the differences, which tends to draw apart, which tends to tear down. So this year, 2020, be intentional about your relationships, because relationships will make or break you. Relationships will determine whether you succeed or whether you fail. They absolutely will. You're here today, wherever you are, because of the relationships you've had in the past. And you will be tomorrow where the relationships you form today will influence you and take you. So that's been Mary from Can Do Academy. If this video has been helpful, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel so that you can get new videos as they drop, and feel free to share the video. Let somebody else benefit from it. And I'll see you on the next video. Remember, if you say you can, you're right, and if you say you can't, you're right. Bye bye for now.